Now, today marks day 2 of the third day of the Human Rights Festival at Constitution Hill. Human rights activists, the public and social justice organizations have come together ahead of Human Rights Day commemoration tomorrow. Now, in its 4th year, the annual event marks the day by having exhibitions, performances and panel discussions around human rights issues. Newzroom Afrika's Katlego Legodi is at Constitution Hill and joins us now live. Katlego, we are on day 2 of the Human Rights Festival. What can we expect today? I mean, yesterday we saw all the beautiful exhibitions, but what are we expecting today from this festival at Con Hill?
It's already a busy one here at Constitution Hill. Exhibitions are already, setting up, and we've seen a lot of people coming through already to take part in the all-important discussions that will get underway at around 12:30. But today, we're expecting it to be a little bit of a short one compared to yesterday. We're expecting discussions around issues of discrimination. One of the discussions that will get underway in the afternoon will be centered around issues of, discrimination meted to the members of the LGBTQI community. We know very well that in the country, a whole lot of members of the LGBTQI community have been feeling threatened. A lot of lives lost in the past years to a point where they even included it as a pandemic alongside the gender-based violence. But the day today will see also discussions around youth unemployment, and this is where they'll be talking about renewable energy as a means to champion or deal with a challenge of youth unemployment. The country is experiencing unprecedented levels of youth unemployment, and they'll be discussing that today as we take stock and see how the Constitution is championing the needs of South Africans here on the ground. But I'm going to invite into the conversation now Lethiwe Nkosi. Lethiwe Nkosi is from an organization called Youth Capital. They did a lot with the issues of unemployment, and she'll just be letting us in on her role here. She's going to form part of a panel discussion that will look at issues of youth unemployment, especially using the process of renewable energy to address this challenge on the ground. Lethiwe, thank you for joining us on Newsroom 405. Just let us in on what the day entails, especially around the panel discussion that you'll be part of. You'll be taking issues of youth unemployment, and we know very well that a whole lot of people, especially the graduates, have been coming out to say that they've graduated, but they're still sitting at home without any jobs, and most are reaching out to government, reaching out to the private sector to try help. But here today we'll be seeing a discussion centered particularly around that.
Thank you so much. As a campaign, as a youth-led campaign, we've also heard graduates speak about the challenges that they face soon after graduating, one of them being the requirement for experience. And what renewable energy, or rather the green economy, presents is an opportunity for young people to acquire new skills. It allows them the chance to also try to enter into the labor market through the green economy. We've heard the president speak about how the green economy, renewable energy sector, as a growth sector in our country, meaning it can absorb young people into the labor market. So in today's discussion, we'll really look at what that means and, what kind of support young people will need in order to enter the labor market and be part of the green economy.
And we'll be talking also about issues around the Constitution. I mean, we're taking stock. Tomorrow is Human Rights Day, and we're still seeing a lot of people, that are marginalized in the country. We'll be talking issues of members of the LGBTQI. Maybe just let us in on its youth capital and doing a lot of work around the youth. What can we do, especially to ensure that the Constitution of South Africa champions the needs that many youth people have in the country?
I think what's important is that as we translate the Constitution, because the Constitution needs to be translated into our lived experience, we need to constantly reflect and have young people's voices say in what way should we be interpreting the Constitution in a way that sees every young person in this country. So I think what I would encourage us as a country is to really hear what young people have to say in terms of what the Constitution means in their daily lives and how they feel protected and covered by what's enshrined in the Constitution.
There are those that are still sitting at home, and this is a free event, and they're young people and they're in need of solutions. What can they expect from the panel that you'll be sitting on, and are you encouraging them to come forward and also form part of the discussions that will be taking place here today?
Absolutely. I really encourage every young person to tune in on the social media platforms if you can. Follow the discussions on Twitter and contribute your voice. Solutions, we believe as Youth Capital, really come from our experiences as young people. So the solutions that will be presented today will be drawn from what we've heard young people say. So for instance, the idea of public employment opportunities being longer than a period of 6 months. That's what we've heard young people say. And so please come through, hear what young people have said in terms of the solutions that are needed, and also contribute your voice by sharing your thoughts on social media.
Lethiwe Nkosi, Youth Capital, and a panelist are here today. Thank you very much for your time.